Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your February 2021 career and money reading. So let's take a look at your overall energies for this month in the area of career and finances. Right off the bat, we have surrendering to the journey, release control. Yes, sometimes when we're fearful of, what the future may bring, sometimes we try to control everything, as far as our career and money. And Spirit is just letting you know it's time to get in the boat and just allow Spirit to guide you. Listen along the way. There's like a little lantern here. Just follow the light. Follow their light. They're helping you on this journey. And, don't feel like you have to control everything. Release control means, allowing to have, when you're controlling too much, what happens is that you're holding on to things that don't allow new things to come into your life. You're holding on to something and, your boat can only hold so much. And if you're trying to control what's in the boat, the problem is that sometimes there's things in the boat that you don't need, or you really don't want, because if you took them off of the boat, you could pick up newer and better things. And I really think that that's what Spirit's trying to let you know is release the control. Otherwise they're going to start, throwing things out of the boat that you may really be like, wait a minute, I need that. Yes. Okay. So it's kind of like simplifying too. To me, it's kind of like simplifying your life, simplifying your career, your belief system around your career or around money. Faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Oh, Capricorn. Okay, so, this might mean that you are going to change jobs, change cities, change positions in your job. You're definitely going to something new. And, I'm going to say here she really has nothing in her boat. She's kind of like controlling so much that she has nothing. She's being maybe very particular about what's in her boat. Like, controlling so much. And then look at all of the abundance in this picture. There's lots of food and, parcels. There's lots of travel. There's music. There's a lot of abundance in this picture. And I think if you surrender to the journey and allow Spirit to help you on your voyage here in the area of career and money, you're going to get a lot more abundance. Wow, lovely energy. Okay, so let's take a look and see what is your present energy right now in the area of career and money. Flexible. Okay, so you're needing to be more flexible. Or you may be trying to be more flexible. You have all this control. I feel like, you may be trying to control everything, but it's time to be a little bit more flexible. And because if you're more flexible, then Spirit can bring some of those things into your life that you're trying to manifest. I think you're just trying to control it too much or have control. You may feel like things are so out of control that you want to control them, but that's just not allowing all of this new abundance to come in. Okay, so your obstacle this month is roots of abundance. Yes. So, it's kind of interesting because since, roots of abundance means you're grounded, you're saving, you're having everything that you need and more. It's not just meeting your needs. And since this is your obstacle, you're blocking it because you're trying to control your area of career and money too much. And I don't mean like that means you go out and, blow your paycheck on stuff you don't need or something like that. But I think it does mean giving up some of the things that you're holding on to. You may be trying to control too much or control the people that you work with. Like, only control what you can. The only thing she can control is this boat, her own boat. She can't control everybody else's boat. It could be about releasing some of your need to want to control everything in your life. And we just can't. We can't control everything. You need to release some of that control in your mindset about money, your mindset about abundance, and just surrender to the journey. Know that you will always be provided for, that the universe will always give you what you need. You have to have, I think, a little bit more trust in the universe. Okay, so let's see what the advice is. Intuition. Yes, listening to your intuition, listening to spirit, allowing your intuition and spirit to guide you on this path. It's kind of like you're too much in your head. And so your ego is kind of like overtaking your intuition. And I really feel like you have a strong intuition. You know, sometimes too, when we have a dream of traveling, abundance in our life and everything, we think we know the only way to get there. And I think that what Spirit's trying to tell you is you're a good manifester. You're going to get this, but you may be going about it in the wrong way. Like, they're going to help you to maneuver through this in a much easier way. I also feel like, you know, she's in the boat by herself. Like, maybe you want somebody else to be on this journey with you. All right, so 2 of these popped out. So we're going, oh my goodness, look at this. So you got the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, and that is your heart chakra. And you got the happy family. Now, in a career and money reading, anything that has to do with the cups that we have in traditional tarot really talks about the people that you work with and your total abundance. And look at, like, your happy family is having all your wishes to come true. Like, this is all of your wishes coming true. And Spirit is helping you on this path. The way to get there is to be opening up your heart chakra. Like, and, you know, it can mean like romantic, but once again, this is career and money. So that means like putting your love into your work. Making sure your work is on your is part of your purpose. You know, don't be just working for the paycheck. Look at it from a broader perspective. I love this. Okay, so we're going to look at the tarot now and get more clarification. Emperor. Yeah, so the Emperor is, you know, once again, you're trying to, the Emperor is all of the kings together. And sometimes the Emperor can come across as, I know what's best, you know, and trying to dictate to everybody else the way that they should do their work or the way that they should act or how things should be, setting rules and regulations or expectations about everybody else. And this is Spirit saying you need to be a little bit more flexible. Like, your expectations of what everybody else is doing may just not be fitting your journey. And it's holding you back. It's holding you back from seeing the love in your coworkers or clients. If you have your own business, you know, putting more love into your creative projects, looking for the good in the people that you work with, whether they're clients, coworkers, bosses, people, you know, underneath you, whoever it is. Like, being a leader. Yes, being a leader by standing in your love and not putting expectations on others, only controlling what you can control. You can't control others. Yeah, the Emperor tries to control everybody, right? Because, you know, the Emperor is the top dog, the lion, you know, the master of the tribe. And you have the ability to be a quiet leader. You don't have to roar. I just heard that. You don't have to roar. Like, be a little bit more flexible and don't worry about like roaring, telling everybody else how to do something. Be more flexible. Okay, so let's look at your obstacle. You have 8 of air. Yeah, the problem is, here's your problem, is that you're not sure. This is 8 of swords. So that's like, you know, in the traditional tarot, she has the blindfold on and, you know, the swords are kind of like blockading her. You're kind of in it's kind of a sense of self-doubt. You're blocking your own abundance by being too controlling, too restrictive. Really trying to control others. I'm really getting that message. Okay, so over here we have 2 of earth, your intuition. I think you're having a hard time making a decision about something. It could be about wanting to go into a new position, or, you know, is this the right path for me? That type of thing. Like, you're in your head, you're juggling. You're juggling a lot in your head. And what they're letting you know is that you need to let go a little bit of trying to control the decision and allow your intuition to guide you. Yeah, you're just too much in your head. I think once you let go of the ego part of your career and money, like, all of this abundance is just going to flow in. I have a feeling like, you know, even though this picture, you know, she's in the boat by herself and nothing else, I think you're trying to really overly control where that boat goes, what goes in the boat. And look at, she has nothing in the boat. The boat is empty because you're blocking all of this abundance from coming in. You have so much the universe wants to bring you, but you're just kind of blocking it because you're being overly controlling. That's the message they keep giving me. Okay. Empress. Nice. Look at this. Like, you go from the emperor to the empress, and the emperor is all the kings. The empress is all the queens. But she's so much softer and loving and nurturing, creative. Like, you know, the emperor is just kind of like really stiff and domineering. And then here, the empress has all the qualities of all the queens. You have all the tools, but she's so much more nurturing. You know, a lot of times we see her, you know, as a woman that's pregnant, giving birth to new ideas. I think once you let go of some of the control, you may even get some new ideas about how to go forward in your career or new pathways that you could take. Oh, it's so lovely. Okay, so let's get more clarification. The Hierophant. Okay, so this is really, yep, this is all in your head. It's your belief systems. The Hierophant stands for, you know, institutions, feelings about your belief system around money, how to make money. You know, some people sometimes have like this idea that, you know, your career, your work is supposed to be like really hard. Like it's supposed to be really hard. Making money is hard. It can have to do with your self-worth. You know, you may feel like you're not worthy of money or something. And it's time to let go of that mindset. That mindset is holding you back from all this abundance. It's kind of like the universe wants to bring you all of this abundance, right? But you're kind of almost saying to the universe, I'm not worthy of it. My boat needs to be empty for me to be worthy. It's kind of that kind of mentality that you're not flexible enough in your belief system. And you need to, you know, that's your 8 of Swords. You're kind of in your head. I don't, I don't deserve it. And when you're in that mentality, it's hard for the universe to bring things in for you. Okay, temperance. Wow. Yeah, you have some major arcana in here too. So this is kind of a big, kind of a big deal for you. Okay, so the temperance card talks about having patience. Here you are kind of like juggling again. Being able to, mix, being flexible, being able to mix what you think should happen in your workplace or in your career path and what is reality, your dreams and reality, kind of mixing those. And you're having a hard time with that. You're trying to control too much. You're not trying to mix your belief systems around how to make money, the reality of making money, where you think you should be in your career, how others are. It's just a total, it's self-doubt. It's your self-doubt about yourself and your career that's holding you back. And the truth is that you are the emperor. The emperor is all the kings and you are the empress. Like, you're just not realizing just how special you are. It's just a mind shift, Capricorn. It's just a mind shift. Okay, here we have, Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is talking about victory. I think that and since it's in reverse, it's talking about not trying to make it victorious. I think you're trying to prove a point. That may resonate with some of you. Like you're trying to choose. Like you're juggling. You're juggling, and I think it's your belief systems and reality. You're trying to juggle those, but you're having trouble becoming victorious in it. And that what they're saying is that you don't have to worry about trying to find the victory, about being right. You don't have to be worried about being right. We're going to help you to make the right decision. You may really be having, I'm going to pull another one there. You may be really kind of like looking at your career and trying to figure out, are you on the right path? And you're overthinking it. You're definitely overthinking. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you have a lot of burdens, and those could be, financial burdens. Sometimes when we feel we're in a mindset of lack, right? And she's in the boat and she has nothing in the boat. You could be, for some of you may resonate, that you're in this mindset of lack. I have nothing. So I have to control every single thing that's in my life. But you're not releasing that control to the universe. The universe will always provide what it is that you need. It will give you the people along your journey that you need. It will give you the abundance that you need. You will never be wanting. And I think that what you're doing is you're holding on to this whole thing. I have all these financial burdens. You're just holding on to that. You're feeling like you're not getting any victory, but you're actually blocking your own victory. I'm going to get one more for this. Let's see what we have. 3 of Cups. Yeah, celebration. So you need to just shift your mindset and listen to your intuition. If you're not meditating, I really think that you need to start meditating. Kind of meditate. Let your intuition take you. Like release the control so that you can celebrate. You're going to be celebrating. You have lots of good coming in. King of Wands, inspiration. My goodness. And gender doesn't matter. But here we have, a queen and a king. You're going to, the Empress is very inspiring. She's a very inspiring woman because she has all the qualities And yet, you know, she could be sitting on her throne and barking out orders like the emperor, but she's so much more nurturing. And the queen of all creativity and prosperity and abundance. And the King of Wands says, yes, you know, this could be somebody coming in on your path that is going to help you step into your Empress energy. It could also be that you're just really going to become more inspired when you put more love into whatever it is that you're doing. I think for some of you, you may be like so focused on the money part of your career that you're forgetting the purpose or why you do it, the love of what you do, the love that you give the world through what you do. Okay, so we're going to look at the Creativity Oracle. I love this deck. So let's see what we have over here. Truth, an honest desire to know and speak the truth produces beneficial results. You know, and I think this is talking about you being honest with yourself. Are you being honest with yourself about your belief systems? Do you know everything there is to know in your career and money? Like, are you preventing yourself from seeing the truth because you're playing these stories over and over again in your head? You know, your belief systems about how to make money or your worth about making money. There's something there that you really need to look at and take an honest look at your belief systems. Is your belief system working for you? I have a feeling that it's not, because your boat is empty, right? Your belief system right now is not working for you. You need to change something so that this can come in. The universe wants to give it to you. The universe says, hey, it's right here. It's all yours. You're steering your boat away from it. Look at that. You're steering your boat away from the abundance because you're trying to control the way that the boat goes, the direction of the boat. You're going in the wrong direction. The universe is calling out. You're going in the wrong direction. Okay, let's see what else. Precision. The desire to do things precisely is useful as long as it does not devolve into rigidity. Once again, I think it's your belief systems that are very rigid. Look also about how you're doing your job. You know, earlier I was talking about the expectations that you put on yourself and the others that you work with. You know, there might be something that, you know, you're trying to be so precise that you're putting a lot of energy into something that doesn't really matter. Yeah. It kind of reminds me, my mother was a nurse. And so growing up, our house was always so spick and span clean. She just, you know, but she put so much energy into cleaning the house and having this like super clean house that, you know, no germs could permeate, that, you know, a lot of times she wasn't very fun to live with, right? Because it was kind of like the house always had to be so super clean. And I get that because she was a nurse and she was, you know, very concerned about germs and all of that stuff. But it almost was like at the cost of just enjoying being in your own house. So look at the things that you're doing. Are you, you know, if she had not spent, my point is, if she had not spent so much time trying to keep the house so clean, you know, our home was a lovely home. I'm not saying that it wasn't. But she could have put some of that energy into, you know, doing more things with the family or something because she was constantly cleaning. Okay, so your advice: recycle, learn from the past, and apply it to creating your vision of the future. So yeah, look at your past. What has worked? Has your belief system worked for you? If it hasn't worked, it's time to change it. Look at the past and see what has worked, what has not worked. And you're going to use your intuition. Be honest with yourself. Is what you're doing right now working for you? If you're in this boat all alone and you're happy, not having anything in the boat, you're truthfully happy, then it's working for you. If you're in the boat alone and you have nothing in the boat with you, then, are you really happy? If you're not, then it's time to change something in your life, your belief system. And I really do think it's with your belief system because you have the Hierophant there. It's time to change something to bring in what it is that you want in that boat. I have a feeling this is what you want. You don't want just one boat. You want 3 boats. You want lots of food and abundance in your boat with you. Okay. Distractions. We are trying to solve a problem. You often will be tested by distractions. I can so relate to this. This is, binging on Netflix or movies or TV or whatever. Spending a lot of time on social media. Trying to do anything except kind of looking at the truth that is really probably kind of toying with your mind. It's actually all of these distractions, right, are distracting you from what it is that you really need to change about your mindset or about your life in general, or your life in your career and money area. This is a great reading because Capricorn, I know it sounds maybe like you have to make a huge change, but I really don't think it is. It's just changing your perspective about how you make money or your worth around money, or how hard work is supposed to be. There's like some shift you need to make, and you just make this little mind shift change, and all of this abundance is going to come in. And it may be that you're having to look at some past wound, childhood wound, or, wound from some relationship or workplace in the past. You're having to let go of that, heal that, look at that. It's probably some fear, looking at it with the truth and saying, you know what, that's not me. Like whatever somebody said about you that makes you feel unworthy or not worth having money or whatever it is, like look at that. You know that's not true, but that mindset is holding you back. You're trying to control so much. And I'm not saying you have to let go of all control, right? Because that might be too much for you right now. But release some of the control and allow spirit to help guide you in the direction you need to go. All right, so I pulled a universe message from you. And before we go to this, Capricorn, if you have enjoyed this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video, maybe subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate you and all of your support. Okay, so let's see what the universe has as final advice. Keep it simple. Old souls use words very sparingly, except of course for I, love, thank you, wow, now, and cool. Wow, I love you now, the universe. P.S., which sounds much better than wow, now I love you. Sequence is important. And, I think that is so relevant to what you're going through right now. Is that it's just a mind shift. It's taking what you already know and switching your perspective of it so that all this abundance can come in. And keep it simple. That kind of comes back to this, the desire to do things precisely. Can you do it more simply? Can you use less energy to do your job so that it frees you up to maybe help you find more abundance and love in what you do? I think you're just like working too hard. Going back to my mom, could she have, kept the cleaning more simplified? She did super deep cleans all the time. Could she have kept it a little bit more simple and enjoyed her life a little bit more? Because I think even though she was, compelled to clean the house and keep out the germs, I think at the same time, it probably was something that also zapped a lot of her energy. and didn't allow her to enjoy some other things in her life. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn.